Buckle up! Hey cuties, Peachy here. Welcome back to a new video, and in this video we have some exciting Monster High news to talk about, from the full reveal of the next collector, Edward Scissorhands, being a surprising chop. We have more information on the upcoming SKULLECTOR Coraline doll, confirmation of the Pride Pack 2-pack, including our first ever Spellden doll and second ever Kieran Valentine doll, yes, in G1, and more. So stay tuned, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today, and let's get into it. Okay, starting off with G3, we have a clearer look here at the artwork found in one of the New Buried Secrets courtside Fang Out packaging, and at first we weren't sure who this character was next to Howleen, but it's been confirmed. I mean, it's Spectra for sure, and with her inclusion being confirmed in the second wave of the Self-Scare Secrets line next to Frankie as well. It seems that this design we see here on the artwork is very likely to be the design that we see her on the actual final doll. Of course, this is speculation. It could be a completely different design, but, you know, judging by previous artworks matching other dolls coming out shortly after, this seems to be about right. Again, this could be a really cute look. We haven't seen all of the outfit, but it is interesting how a lot of the color theming for Spectra here seems to have shifted a little bit, but that is not a weird thing. That happens a lot with Monster High characters. The color themes shift often, sometimes. But what do you think if this is true, and are you excited for the second wave of Self-Scare Secrets? Also coming in spring of 2026, it seems we're getting a new batch of G3 Core Genifire dolls with a brand new background image here in the packaging. Now, this is just going to be, I guess, matching the background that we see here, like the brick wall that is also included in G3 Scalita and G3 Rebecca's core packaging. So I guess they want to match Genifire's doll packaging to Rebecca and Scalita's, and they might even do a whole new batch with this new background for Nefra's core doll. I guess they want to make sure that all the boxes match aesthetically. But yes, we finally also have the last picture for G3 Scalita's core doll. It's her in the packaging. I'm not sure why this picture specifically took so long to get revealed, but here she is, and she looks amazing in the packaging. And I have heard that she should be available already in Smith's Toys UK and Ireland. If you live in those places, be sure to check out your Smith's Toys online or in person, because they might just have Scalita already in store. I check my Smith's Toys and she is not available yet, but I have seen her on Amazon UK and I pre-ordered her already, and apparently she's going to be coming sometime December, so it's still a while away, but I'm happy to have her secured, I guess. I mean, hopefully, again, fingers crossed. But I'm just excited because this Scalita seems to definitely be one of the better G3 core additions that we've had in a while. She just, I mean, look at this evolution. It really is. It has been a while since we've had, you know, an exciting addition like this, and it's also exciting to always get new characters. So I'm hoping that next we get Manny, you know, Manny Tor. It could, you know, I can dream. Moving on, yes, we finally have stock photos of courtside Fang Out Buried Secrets Wave 4. This is the fourth wave. Yes, yes, I think so. I'm confused. There's so many waves happening all at the same time. We just had the Trading Recital wave, or Masquerade, something called, and now it's the sporty one. It's the sporty wave, and the fifth wave is going to be musical, so it's going to be like concert themed. I'm excited for that one to finally leak. Now, these are just a couple stock photos. We're still missing a few, but here's Claudine with her accessories, and yeah, you know, the bat, I'm loving that all of the bats are unique for the ghouls, so they have the initials of each character. I think that's really cool. They all have like a little tennis ball, which is adorable, and Claudine, I like the hairstyle the most. The face is nice. It's just, again, pixelation really ruins it for me this entire wave. Frankie looks amazing. I do like the darker lip for them. It really just suits them. It really sucks that we never get Frankie in darker lips, and when we do, it's pixelated. Like, what? Are you kidding me? But yeah, the hairstyle is nice. It's probably, you know, polypropylene, you know, the hair fibers, which sucks. But I think the outfit is nice. It's just, you gotta remember that these are not two individual pieces. Like, the top and skirts are not separate. These are sewn sewn together from what right? I think so. So that's why it looks kind of weird. It's because it's one piece for the most part. Again, I think so. I'm not sure. I don't have them just from the way it looks. I think that's the skirt is sewn onto the top. Now, this one hurts, especially we have Coraline, and I love her face up so much. I love the top. I love the skirt. I think she's really nice. Again, I wish the top and the skirt were separate. I wish the face was not pixelated. I wish she had articulation. I wish the hair fiber wasn't poly. I'm pretty sure it is. So I feel like the themes here, they kind of get watered down by the quality being so bad on these dolls. And I know it's Buried Secrets. I know that Buried Secrets is basically the same thing like Barbie Cutie reveal or, you know, Barbie pop, like color reveal. It's just that the gimmick is revealing the doll. It's like, oh, blind box. That's the whole thing. And because of that, I guess they don't have the budget to give better, the face grading cannot be done better. And they have to, you know, do cutbacks like this where the quality just really drops. Lastly, we have Gulia, and again, she looks stunning. I'm happy she's back, you know, and it really just sucks that the best face up we have for G3 Gulia so far is on a pixelated doll. Like, this is insane. And the outfit also is just, again, sewn together. But again, the expression, the eyes are not too bad, but I'm pretty sure in person the pixelation is even worse, you know. The lips just look very pixelated. But I do like the ombre effect, you know, so I think she's got potential. Like, they all have potential. It just, to me, they're held back by the fact that they are blind boxes and you don't know who you're getting. They have limited articulation, which, I mean, of course, you can just do a head swap, but still, that requires you to buy another doll. So it just, you know, and then the pixelation and the hair fiber as well. So just many things here, to me, is what holds Buried Secrets back from being a truly good line. Now, moving on to G1, yes, we have updates by Seeing Mount here of the new Pride 2-pack confirmed to be Kieran and Spelden, giving us the first ever Spelden doll and second ever Kieran Valentine doll. And yes, updates also on the SKULLECTOR Coraline doll. So for the Spelden and Kieran Valentine 2-pack, we have information here. It says this collectible Pride 2-pack features a Kieran Valentine and Spelden called Dronello. Oh, interesting. I never knew that was his last name. They include a diary telling their love story and accessories to make a potion, like a beaker, goggles, and a potion book. The set also includes stands. Now, apparently, the pricing for this will be around like $50 US, and this is G1. This is not G3, so we are, yes, in fact, getting our first G1 Spelden Caldronello doll and second ever Kieran Valentine doll. The first Kieran doll obviously was released as a Comic-Con exclusive, so this is a big deal. This 2-pack will be a big deal. Not just because it's a Pride 2-pack, not just because it's, you know, Spelden's first ever doll, but yeah, also Kieran's second ever. It's like, it's a big deal because of many different reasons. So, and the pricing being like $50 US actually is not bad for a 2-pack. You know, 2-packs usually with SKULLECTOR releases, like, you know, us SKULLECTOR 2-pack or the Grady Twins. Yes, I mean, those are also collaborations with IPs. Usually those have been like expensive. So this 2-pack being around 50 is wow. But again, it might change the pricing. The pricing might change. It might end up being like 100. It might be more expensive. We don't know. But still, that doesn't take away of the importance and magnitude of this 2-pack releasing. It's actually releasing, and it has diaries. It has 2 male dolls that are, you know, together as a couple. They're not shying away from that fact. They have, you know, like a cauldron. They have all these accessories. Like, this is like a proper 2-pack release, and it's a big deal. So I'm honestly pumped. This is very cool. Then we have a little bit of a description for the SKULLECTOR Coraline doll, which reads, this collectible doll of Coraline Jones comes wearing her iconic yellow rain jacket and a dress, ? She will also come with the rag doll version of herself and her cat. So this is very exciting news because now we know for sure that her heels will not have a cat or her ragdoll self as the object heels. So I do wonder how they're gonna do her shoes. Like if they do have object heels here, once again, what will they be? Because it cannot be the cat, it cannot be the rag doll. I'm thinking perhaps it could be like the rock thing that she looks through in the movie. I forget what it's called, but like she has a thing at one point where she looks through like a little piece of rock. It's like a ring, and she sees things that are hidden. So it could be that, like the little ring, or also it could be cheese, or it could be the mice from the circus. It could be one of her many stuffed toys from her bedroom as well. It could be a dragonfly. It could be one of those flowers. Honestly, it could be many things. There's a lot of variety that they can choose from for what they want to make the object heels in the end. So, I mean, of course, it would be nice if they just were normal heels, but we know we're not gonna we know better. They're not gonna do that. They're gonna give us object heels for sure. Now it's just a question of what specifically. But it is very fun to hear that she is getting her cat as an accessory, the black cat, and then also the rag doll is gonna be an accessory, part of the doll herself. So the yellow rain jacket is accurate. Love that. The dress, yeah, I mean, probably a two-piece, could be a dress. We don't know for sure. Hopefully she's wearing tights as well. Her rain boots, I don't know. I'm just excited. I hope that she turns out really fun. The pricing for her apparently is $70 US, which, it's kind of standard for SKULLECTOR singular, individual SKULLECTOR releases nowadays. 70 seems to be the price point. But still, I'm just hoping she looks good. She's probably going to be on the little sister body type, and she's going to have the more humanoid looking skin tone, like with Megan and Chucky Tiffany. This is just very exciting. I wonder what the hair will look like. I'm worried for the hair fiber. I'm hoping it's not gelled. I'm hoping it's not poly. And I'm just hoping that, they do a good job on her, because Coraline means a lot to many people, me included. Would it have been better to get a other mother, Beldam doll? Yes, but we're getting Coraline herself, or like a 2-pack would have been nice. But I'm excited. Next year is really going to be a big year for SKULLECTOR releases. With Coraline, we have the SKULLECTOR 2-pack, Pride 2-pack for Spelden and Kieran Valentine. And then we're also going to get a Morticia Wednesday Addams, Morticia from the Wednesday Netflix series, Morticia Addams doll. So that's also happening next year, and I'm sure many more things that we don't know of yet. And I'm yes, please bring it on. And lastly, yes, let's talk about the reveal announcement for probably the last SKULLECTOR doll we're getting this year. Edward Scissorhands. Yes, she has been fully revealed. She's releasing for members first, I believe, on December 4th. And then December 5th for the general public. And she's going to be priced around $70 US. That's why I mentioned before, Coraline, the pricing that seems to be the normal pricing now for these, singular SKULLECTOR drops. It's $70 when it's collaboration with an IP. So this, she's a doll. It's a doll for sure. Okay, let's take a moment, because I think we had a lot of hopes for this collaboration, what it could look like. There's been so many talented oak artists, one-of-a-kind artists, who have made their own take on a Monster High Edward Scissorhands doll. Some of them have been male, from the custom dolls. Some of them have been gender bent as well, like here. The final doll here, it is gender bent. It's a female version. It's a female take on Edward himself from the movie. And I think we need to remember that SKULLECTOR dolls here, again, specifically SKULLECTOR dolls that are based in collaboration with movies and stuff, when they do these releases, the dolls that we see are not supposed to be one-to-one replicas or accurate depictions of the characters from the franchise. They're supposed to be the Monster High version of the character, like the Monster High take, right? It's different. So we have to remember that Edward being a female here, it's predictable. We've seen it before with Pennywise, Beetlejuice, so many, Chucky. So many characters have been gender bent, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, not because I don't like getting more female dolls. Obviously, I think 99% of the time we are getting, you know, when it's a doll, it's usually a female doll. And so, you know, it's fun. It's fun to see Chucky as a female. It's fun to see Pennywise as a, you know, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Gender is a construct. Like, who cares? But it becomes a thing when it's like, oh, well, I feel like it really did, like this time it really does feel like, you know, if this doll had been just as a male doll, a manster, if you will, I feel like we wouldn't have these issues that we have now with this female version of Edward. She's still adorable. Like, she's fine. She's fine. It's really, you know, it's not bad. She's not horrible. Like, a lot of people are hating on her just for the sake of hating and whatever, you know, watching the world burn, right? But I see potential. I have good things to say about her, trust me. I just think if it had been a manster, if they had not gender bent this character, we wouldn't have a lot of these issues that we do have with this finalized doll. It would have been so fun. It would have been so nice also because we really so rarely get mansters. We rarely get male SKULLECTOR dolls nowadays. The only two are Frankenstein's monster and Jack, and that's it, right? That's it. I think that's it. So it's like two. That's like that's embarrassing. I understand Mattel does not want to take risks because I guess they really just believe that male dolls do not sell unless they're in a 2-pack. You know, I get that. But Mattel, let me hold your hand here. There is demand. There's demand. They just don't want to. They don't want to listen to us. I feel like 5 out of 10 comments I've seen so far on the post is people saying it should have just been Edward. It should have just been the male version of the character, and not gender bent. And I agree. Again, I feel like there's demand. You know, it's like Mattel. They either don't want to see that there's demand or they just don't want to hear us. But yes, anyway, so let's talk about what we did end up getting here, which is it's a cutesy version of Edward. So the big thing is the big eyes. So the eyes are very large indeed. I'm not sure why this creative decision was made to make her eyes extra large. I guess because they want to convey with us that she's very sad. You know, many people say that the eyes are the windows to the soul, and I guess Mattel really took that to heart because they were like, yes, let's just keep pressing enlarge on the eyes, you know, basically. And so now we have a Edward Scissorhands doll that looks like an LPS in the face. Like, those eyes look LPS sized, you know, Littlest Pet Shop sized. The expression is nice, you know, obviously she's very sad, somber, you know, the eyebrows, the lip shape, at least she has black lips. That's great. You know, I was worried she would have like pink lips or, you know, like something like cutesified, you know, but no, it's black. You know, thank you. She does have scars on the head, you know, the new face mold, but it's not enough. It's a big thing to the character. And so here we do have scars on his face, you know, but not nearly enough and not nearly visible enough. If they do have scars on the face, it's because it's molded onto the actual plastic of the face, of the head sculpt. It's not actually like painted on, you know, it's kind of like just there. If you see it, you do, and if you don't, you don't see it. So, you know, I do feel like a couple more scars it would have been nice to, because it really is a big attribute of the character. The hair is curly and poofy and huge. That's fine. The hair in the movie for the character is big and messy, so it makes sense. But then we have the headband, which to me, why? Why the headband? I don't know why. Rebecca, she's an amazing designer. But then we have things like this where it makes me feel like, wow, well, you know, maybe not, you know. The headband is fine, but I can see 9 out of 10 people removing the headband just because it really is so unnecessary. The outfit, the bodysuit looks accurate. You know, the buckles should have been painted silver, not gold. But the thing here is the skirt. I don't know why. Again, it's a Rebecca thing. She loves adding things that really don't need to be there, like the skirt. It's fine, you know, but it again, to me, it goes back to cutesifying. The skirt cutesifies Edward as a character, and it doesn't need to be there, you know. So just remove the skirt. Hopefully the skirt is a separate piece to the bodysuit. I think it is. Oh girl, I'm praying. But if it is, again, no problem. Just remove the skirt and problem solved. You just have the bodysuit, so that's good. The shoes, the boots seem very large for whatever reason on the top. You know, like there's extra space. Why? I don't know. It's a quirky attribute. And then the object heels. Yes, another thing that people have been hating about this design is the object heels. One of them is the angel ice sculpture, and the other one is the T-Rex garden hedge. They look fine to me. They're nothing extra visceral, you know, like I'm not extra disappointed because they are object heels. Again, by now we know better. We know to expect this. But I guess maybe different objects would have made more sense, you know, because I do think here with the color, like the object heels here are the only pops of color we have on her entire design, except for silver or gold or, you know, it's all black basically on her outfit. So, you know, does it disrupt the design? Yeah, a little bit, but at the same time, I don't love black as a color, so I like that we have a little bit of pops of color here, even if it's on the back of the shoes. You know, it is what it is, really. The big highlights here obviously are the new hand sculpts. Obviously, yeah, goes without saying, the hands look great, although maybe a bit too small. Yeah, I feel like the hands should have been bigger, but maybe that's a thing where they were trying to do larger hands, but then they would have been too delicate. I'm not sure. There must be a reason, because the hands do look a bit too small here, a bit too safe, if you will. Anyway, all in all, she's a good doll. She's nothing extraordinary. To be fair, following the alien drop, it's kind of hard to do that, you know. But she's cute, and 70 is okay. At least it's not like 100. So, will I get her? I don't know. I have to think about it. But she's fine. She's not horrible. It's just a couple things that I don't love. Anyway, that was all of the Monster High news we had for today. But what do you think? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and please consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below. Become an official cutie that way and support that channel if you're able to, of course. No pressure. And so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time. Stay peachy. Kisses.